Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have all of the brand new wedges from Callaway in the Opus family to test today. We've got all the different grinds. We're going to get out on the golf course and show you exactly what each of these wedges do when out here and what each of the grinds is supposed to do for your short game. We have done videos like this before where we've kind of looked at different grinds and bounces and why you would use certain different wedges in certain conditions and which ones will suit different techniques. So we're going to get out here today, show you all of those in the new Opus range, and hopefully open your eyes as to which ones you should be looking at to help you with your short game. We always shout about going and getting custom fitted, and you should definitely do that with every club in your bag, but wedges is something that's a little bit overlooked. People tend to just go for lofts and don't really look at their technique, what bounces and grinds might work best for them. Hopefully this video is going to answer some of those questions. So I've got the T, the C, the W, the S, and the other S in the Opus Platinum as well. So I'm going to hit some pitch shots into the green here on 16 and see how they all react, how they all go through the turf with a full shot, and then we'll probably get a little bit closer, maybe hit some little pitches over the ditch here as well. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of describe and show you exactly how each of these reacts through the turf and the types of shots I'm seeing when the ball's in the air as well. So we'll start off with the S. Two S's that I have are the Platinum as well as the standard Opus wedge as well. So I'm going to hit a few with the standard one and then with the Platinum to see if there's any real difference in the flight. First thing is, it looks great behind the ball. I love how round the wedges are now, completely different shape to what we saw in the Jaws. So let's hit a few. Feels awesome off the face, very solid. That's more like it. Yes, it's landed just past the flag, spinning back nicely as well. Goes through the turf really well. I mean, you'd be hard pushed to tell the difference between these two when you sit them down behind the ball, but we obviously know there's that kind of difference in the tech here. Right, let's try some of these other grinds and see how they compare. So the next one we're going to try is the W, so the wider grind. We've got more bounce in this as well. So this kind of full pitch shot where we're going to take a divot should be kind of better for this type of wedge in this scenario. So let's see how we get on with that as well. Again, really nice flight, gets it in the air quite easily as well. That's probably the highest of all the ones I've hit. So the C grind, obviously named because of the shape of this grind on the sole there in that C shape. So we've got a bit of relief in the heel and the toe. Pretty good, probably closest I think. Yeah, we'll take that one. Lots of spin on that as well. I don't know if you saw that on the camera, but yeah, really spun when it hit the green. And the last one is the T, so this kind of tour inspired grind, if you like. Lowest bounce of them all, so for these pitch shots really aimed at that player that doesn't take much of a divot, so potentially me really down at 6 degrees bounce here is not really a lot, but looking at the sole there does look a little bit of help and a little bit of camber on there to help me. So let's see what this is like when we hit a pitch shot in. Super high, nifty I think. Oh, very nice flight, really high, came in, stopped pretty much dead when it hit the green, but through the turf there, like I say, not taking much of a divot anyway, but felt really good. So that gives you a bit of a feel for all these different grinds when we're hitting fuller, kind of more pitch shots into greens. We'll get a little bit closer and have a look at what they're like to chip with. So we're now going to try some shots closer to the green. So we've got about 40 yards between me and the flag, maybe slightly less. So we'll start off with the W grind, the wider grind here with a bit more bounce. So we've got 12 bounce on this, and a fairly tightish lie here on the end of the fairway. We obviously want to land this most of the way there and hopefully get it to check up. And remember that technology that we've got in here where the grooves are actually cut to help us on these partial shots when we're not taking a full swing, to get a bit more control and a bit more spin. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like from that perspective. That felt really good off the face. You can see it really check up on that first bounce there. Felt very good, easy to get under the golf ball. Loads of forgiveness there with that sole as well. So as we move down into that S grind, so the more standard bounce, if you like, in 10 now, and a bit more of a kind of wider, not as wide as the W, but kind of a full width sole with not as much grind on as some of the other options we're going to see. So we'll see if it performs as well as that. Yeah, felt really good off the face again, really nice flight, little bit of a check on that first bounce and a bit of run again, felt very, very good. Let's have a look at, now we've got the C grind, so remember that C shape, bit more taken off in the heel and the toe, now down at 8 bounce here, so this should be a wedge that's very good at kind of picking it off these tight lies. Certainly a bit more dig into the turf there when we've played it, and this is the one that I'm really looking forward at trying from this kind of distance, is the T, because we've now got pretty much 0 bounce on there with 6 degrees, very, very sharp, and again a very similar kind of grind to what we've just seen in the C as well, so a bit of heel and toe relief. Wow, came off very high. Let's hit one more. Oh, that's more like it. Got a little bit flatter flight in there, really spun up very quickly. This is something that you've got to think about when you're selecting wedges and obviously being fitted for them, is the types of shots you're going to play around the greens. You really need grinds and bounces that are going to help you do that. But throughout this Callaway range, in the Opus that we see now, and obviously Opus Platinum too, we've got different bounces, grinds and options to suit every type of short game. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video, and hopefully it's answered some of your questions about wedges. If you've got any more, please drop them in the comment section below. We love talking about everything to do with technique and equipment and how we can help you improve your golf. That's what we're all about here at Golfshake. Obviously keep watching our content to help you play more and play better, and we'll see you all very, very soon.